The Aster token has pumped over 400% since its launch, but here's what nobody is telling you. The Aster Airdrop has quietly gone live with Season 2 with over 40% of the supply available for the community. That's over 4.2 billion tokens. For this season, they've gone with a slightly different method for how it's calculated, and I'm going to be showing you the best methods possible to be able to farm this airdrop and how you can get a bonus 10% on your points straight away before you even start. So for a quick recap, asterdex is a perpetual futures dex that is absolutely dominating and is a direct competitor to Hyperliquid. They've already had over $2 billion in trading volume and have some really innovative features like their trade and earn while you earn yield while trading, and they're backed by some major VCs and have direct backing by CZ himself, the CEO of Binance. But the real opportunity isn't just this massive token pump which we have seen, but also their airdrop structure that rewards real usage of the platform and not just holding this token. So this stage 2 works completely different to some of your typical airdrops. You earn RH points weekly through their pro mode trading, where it's not just about volume. The system rewards 4 main things: trading volume with 2x points for taking orders, holding times for your position, so how long you leave them open, using Aster's native assets like USDF as your margin instead of USDT, and your realized P&L and realized losses. And of course, the bonus which my team can give you, which is up to 15% right now. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is use my link in the description to join the platform, or you're going to want to head over to the rewards tab, go to the points, and then click on bind your invite code quickly and enter this code and click confirm to join my team. What this does is it gives you the points bonus. So instead of typically getting 0% multiplier or a 5%, you can earn up to 10, 15 or even higher as a percentage boost. And the reason why this is important is we already have over 170 of you in my team, and all of this combined, all of our volume, all contributes to this multiplier we can get, and we can push it as high as possible with more people. So now that you've joined the team, you can start earning, and I've already mentioned the different methods, but basically we have trading on the perpetual feature or the 1001x, using USDF as collateral, and having positions open are, 3 of the main ways. So if you haven't already, you are going to have to deposit. Now this is something we have gone over, and in the rewards and the points dashboard is where you can see a summary of what you have earned so far. And you can see some of my earning currently as well, but you're going to have to deposit. So you can click on spot or perpetual, and you are going to have to deposit. What I recommend is from whatever chain you want to deposit, you just deposit some USDT onto the platform from whatever wallet, or it doesn't matter what asset, but you get the funds which you're going to want to open and close positions with. So I've already done this with a small amount of funds, and I do need to up significantly what I have deposited, probably from a different chain such as Solana, but you can use any of these options available. I have dedicated videos and guides on how you can do it from many of them. But once you've done that is where we are able to start with some basic strategies. So whenever you open a position, you will earn points. So currently we're on BTC USDT. So this is fine with this pair, and you can see what we have available in the margin account. If you're depositing the spot, you will have to click transfer from spot to perpetual. And as you can see, I have 385 in there right now, just in the USDT, and we can move that across if we wanted, but I'm not going to right now. And what we're able to do is, look over our stats. I'll assume you may be familiar with how perpetual platforms work. Maybe you're not though, but I'm just going to put that on isolated margin. And also you can see the leverage is 10x. So if I put $1 on, I'm basically putting $10 on. If I put 100, again, a 10x. But we have the option to go all the way up to 100x or 1000x over there. So if I was to put 10 USD on, or if maybe it's percent in size, so it is percent, but we can see 10% of my USDT available is going to buy $207 worth. And the amount of points this would give me just for opening a long or a short after I open, wait a few minutes and close it would be 200 points. So if I did this, went over to the points dashboard and waited probably an hour to update, this is the amount of points I would get for simply opening and closing, regardless of how profitable I was or, the fees or anything else that was taken into account. Going one step further than this is how long the position is open for. So in the document, at 2 a.m. UTC every day is when the snapshot is taken. And if you were to open the position, however long it was held open for when that snapshot is taken, and also the size of it, depends on how many points you are given for this particular category. And it can vary, obviously, on the amount of time and the size. So again, if I was to open my long or short with leverage, I would get a bonus points on top of this 290 points I would get for this position just for opening it. And the final stage of some extra points I can get, which again, a snapshot is taken, is my profit or my loss. So after I open the trade, if I'm very profitable, let's say I turn this $290 into $400, I get points for the movement as well. But again, even if the token I make a long and the token falls and I end up taking a loss with my position, I will still also get some points as well. So it's kind of like a rebate in that sense. As with Hyperliquid and all other platforms though, we obviously can either open it at market, we can set our take profit or stop loss, we can open long or short, we have our fees, we can see what they are if we're taking or we're making, so depending on how we're opening it. And we can also set a limit order to open it. And we can also set a stop limit. So we don't have to open at the current price. We're waiting for a particular zone before we create our trade. And none of this affects the amount of points you make. It's only really to do with the fees. So the next way to make points, if you don't enjoy doing perpetual trading and you want a bit of a safer method, but you still want to be earning something, and while the rewards aren't as lucrative, there is the method where you can mint a USDF token. So if you actually head over to rewards, this trade and earn, it's a tiny bit hidden away. You can see this web page open up, which says you can earn 16.7% APY while you trade. And it has some quite interesting mechanisms. And the amount of this token which has been minted recently has shot up in the last 24 hours. We can see this mint USDF. And this is their stablecoin on the platform and is used as margin for extra points and yield. So if you were to click this mint button, it just brings you back to the terminal and it only lets you change from USDT. So what I had to do personally was head over to PancakeSwap and I had to change some of my Ethereum. I had to change it over to USDT on the Binance chain and I did that swap. And that was the easiest way I found to do it. Then I had to go back over, and this was actually from my wallet. I didn't have to deposit onto the platform first. You can see it says 35. That's in my MetaMask wallet right now. And I had to change that over to the USDF token, and that mints it, and it deposits it straight on the platform. So you don't have to worry about anything. And it did take a few minutes. And automatically, as soon as we do that, we start earning 4.5% APY from it. And if we go over to CoinMarketCap, we can see this token is obviously pegged to the dollar. It's a stable coin for the platform and it hovers right around that $1 mark. The spikes do look big, but obviously when you look at the scale, it's very small in comparison. So the question is what is this USDF used for and how can we boost the rewards we get for it? So first of all, it has this unique mechanism where if we meet certain activity on the perpetual side of things, we can actually get this 12.2% APY. And if you click trade, it just takes you back to the perpetual side of the platform. They do have a bit more information in the FAQ and the documents, exactly what you have to do to qualify. So they explain what the token is, and then we have how do we get rewards. So you earn by holding more than one USDF in your trading account is how you get the deposit rewards. So very simple to do that. Then we also have this trading rewards, which are earned by being active at least 2 days per week and trading over 2,000 USDT weekly. Now, this trading over 2,000 USDT means in perpetuals, you are opening that amount in positions. So I believe that is positions with leverage, but for me, without leverage, I will do over 2,000 just by myself. And that's what I recommend doing as well, as I think it's best to just do as much volume as you can. consistently. So that is the basics of it and all the ways you can earn points. But there is a way where you can do perpetuals and open these positions, be a lot safer in your positions. So you can keep making these trades, opening and closing them every day or week, but be delta neutral. So you're not actually making a profit or a loss, but you're still able to farm as many points as possible. And I'm going to go over a few methods right now. So first of all is, as I said, going delta neutral and potentially even making a bit of a profit on the funding rate. So to simplify this, what I'll be doing is either using Aster, using the platform itself, or we can use something like Hyperliquid. We can take advantage of the funding rate. So what this means is it's a number, either a positive or a negative value. And when it's positive, what it means is, if I open this chart, it means if we look down here, we can see Aster right here. We can see a positive value. What it means is when it's positive, if we were to open a short, a 1x short, every time this funding rate occurs, the people that have the longs open will pay the people that make the shorts open, i.e. what we'll be doing, this rate right here. And this works for all tokens. I'm just using Aster as an example right now, but we can see positive 0.14%. And if we look Hyperliquid, we will see the same thing. I open chart with the funding rate. We can again, I search Aster, the funding comparison, and we can see again a positive value. So ignoring that P&L I already have, I already have bought some spot of this token. So that's, you know, the price goes up with the token, goes from $1 to $2, I make $1 per token. But again, when I have this short open, and I've opened it at $1.61, when the token prompts, obviously this position right here goes negative. But because of these funding rates, we will still be making a profit. The only risk is this liquidation price. And we can see it says 3.19 here. And to be honest, that's the only thing you really need to worry about. But while we have these two positions open, one open saying if the price goes up, we'll make profit there, but losses here. And the opposite, as we can see, this is in profit right now. And if we wait 8 hours, we'll also get that bonus from the funding rate. It will just cancel out and make sure in the end, only profit or loss is the fees, opening the position, and also that funding rate. And this is something which you can do with a lot more size. So we can see in this post right here, D. Ronin has used a $10,000 deposit and already made $400 just from the funding rates doing this, and will also have earned a ton of points on the Aster platform, leaving these positions open and also utilizing the perpetual features. And again, you can do the same on Hyperliquid, where you open one position on Aster, make the opposite on Hyperliquid, and you mainly just have to worry about the fees. And there's some other cool stuff you can do. There's some tools to look at this funding rate, such as Automato, where they have some pre-made templates, such as ones that can tell you the hourly funding rate and alert you when it hits a certain level, and you might want to take a look at your positions and change what they look like. So that's pretty much everything with regards to how you can earn points on Hyperliquid. Again, of course, don't know how much these will be worth, and we have already had round 1 of the airdrop, but I think this is a great opportunity, and I hope with these methods I've shown, you can hopefully take advantage of this. And again, I'll have my link so that you can join my team in the description, and we can hopefully level up our team level. I will also have an article on Solana guides on the website. We'll keep updated all the time with any changes which happen.